Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very easy keto bread recipe for you. In fact, I have 3 keto bread recipes for you, and each one of them is made in 5 minutes or less. These are awesome because not only are they quick, low carb, keto, gluten-free, sugar-free, diabetic friendly, etc., 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 but they are also high in protein. So these are perfect for your sandwiches or even for a piece of toast in the morning. Pop it in your toaster, slap some butter or something on it, and you've got protein right there without even having to add anything to it. Quick, easy, delicious. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out new videos. And if you are a music lover, make sure you check out the link in the description to my other YouTube channel, Inspirational Songs with Janet. I've posted another new song there, so make sure you check that out and subscribe there also. And remember that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, I go live on TikTok at Janet's Low Carb Kitchen, so check me out there also. And if you'd like to help support this channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So, while we do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat a waffle iron for about 5 minutes or until it's heated. If you don't have a waffle iron, you can just preheat a medium skillet over medium heat on your stovetop for about 3 to 5 minutes or just until it's warm. Just make sure if you use a skillet that you lightly grease it or use a cast iron skillet. In a medium bowl, combine 14 grams or around 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, 2 grams or about a half teaspoon of baking powder, and if you want to, you can add some dry seasonings, probably about a teaspoon or so full if you want some extra flavor to your bread. I'm just leaving mine plain in this recipe. Whisk the dry ingredients together until they're fully combined and there are no lumps. Add 2 large room temperature eggs and 27 grams or around 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. You can use plain or flavored. I am actually using vanilla flavored Greek yogurt here, which I know sounds really strange, but it tastes good. A little tiny bit of a hint of a sweet taste in this bread tastes actually really good. But of course, if you don't want that hint of sweet, you can just use unflavored Greek yogurt. Stir everything together until everything is fully combined and smooth. Scoop the batter evenly onto your prepared preheated waffle iron. It's roughly around a 1/3 cup in each one of the molds if you have a large traditional size waffle iron like I do. If you have a mini waffle iron, it's probably roughly around a 1/4 cup in each one of the waffle molds. Basically, you're just wanting enough to cover the waffle molds. You don't want any gaps, any holes. If you're using a skillet, then scoop the batter out about a 1/3 cup at a time. Shape it into a square that's roughly around 4 by 4 or 3 by 3 inches. Doesn't really matter the size per se as long as it's even. Then place the square into your preheated skillet. That's if you're using the skillet. For cooking it in the waffle iron, you're going to cook it for about 3 minutes or until it's golden. If you're using the skillet, you're going to cook it about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until the bread is golden on both sides. Once the bread's done cooking, remove it from your waffle iron or your skillet, whichever one you've used. Place it on a wire rack. You can eat this immediately or allow it to cool completely before using it, and you can use this in any recipe that requires bread. Preheat a waffle iron or a medium skillet for about 3 to 5 minutes or until it's heated. If you're using a skillet, make sure it is lightly greased or a cast iron skillet. In a medium bowl, combine 5 grams or around 2 teaspoons of coconut flour, 2 grams or around 3/4 of a teaspoon of psyllium husk powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and if you want to, you can add some dry seasonings to give your bread some flavor. I'm using 1 teaspoon of dry Italian seasoning for my bread. Whisk the dry ingredients together until they're fully combined and there are no lumps. Add 56 grams or around a half cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. And stir it into the dry ingredients until it's fully combined. Add 1 large room temperature egg. Stir everything together until everything is fully combined and the mixture sticks together, so you want it to be nice and clumpy together. Scoop the batter evenly onto your waffle iron, and again, it's roughly around a 1/3 cup of batter in each waffle mold if you're using the traditional size of a waffle iron like I am. And it's roughly about a 1/4 cup if you're using the mini waffle iron. Again, you just want enough to cover the waffle molds. If you're cooking this in a skillet instead of the waffle iron, just once again do the same thing like you did with the white bread. Shape it into a square and put it into your preheated skillet. And for this one also, if you're cooking this in the waffle iron, it's going to be again 3 minutes or until it's golden. And if you're cooking this in the skillet, it's going to be 3 to 4 minutes on each side or until it's golden on both sides. Make sure if you're cooking it in the skillet that you watch it carefully. This can brown quickly, so be careful if you're making this in a skillet. Once the bread's done cooking, remove it from your waffle iron or your skillet. Transfer it to a wire rack. And again, you can eat this immediately or allow it to cool completely before you eat it. This bread does get a little bit crispy as it cools, which I really like. I like that little bit of a crisp, toasty texture to it. This recipe also can be used in any recipe that requires bread. Preheat a waffle iron or a medium skillet over medium heat for about 3 to 5 minutes or until the waffle iron or the skillet are heated through. Shred 5 ounces or around 1 cup of cooked chicken into a medium mixing bowl. I'm just using canned chicken. You can use leftover chicken or cook some up and then shred it, whatever you want to use. Add 3 ounces or around 1 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And if you want to, you can add about a teaspoon or so of some dry seasonings for some flavor. I'm using a teaspoon of everything bagel seasoning for my bread. Stir the chicken, cheese, and seasoning together until everything is fully combined. Add 1 large room temperature egg. Stir everything together until it's fully combined and the mixture sticks together. Scoop the batter evenly onto your waffle iron or into your skillet. It's roughly around a half cup in each waffle mold if you're using the large traditional size as I am. If you're using the mini, it's probably anywhere between 1/4 and 1/3 cup depending on the size of your waffle iron. Again, just like the other 2 recipes, you're just wanting enough to cover the waffle molds without there being any holes. If you're doing this in the skillet, same thing as the other 2. Shape your bread, scoop the batter half cup at a time, and shape it into a 4x4 or 3x3 inch square, whatever size you want as long as it's even, and then place it in your preheated skillet. If you're cooking this in the waffle iron, then you're going to cook this for 4 minutes or until it's golden. If you're cooking this in a skillet, 3 to 4 minutes on each side or until it's golden on both sides. Once the bread is done cooking, remove it from your waffle iron or your skillet, whatever you've used. Place it on a wire rack. You can eat this immediately or you can allow it to cool completely before using it. All 3 of these recipes can be used in any recipe that requires bread. My favorite way to eat these is either with a sandwich or as toast. You can eat these immediately. If you do have any leftovers, allow them to cool completely, then store them in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 3 days, or you can store them in an airtight container in your freezer for up to 3 months. Then eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more recipes like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.